One of the nice things about him as a player on this team is that he is a versatile, going from like a position 1 hard carry to like a position 1.5, like this Juggernaut type of hero. He used to play Juggernaut a lot in the qualifiers, and it would try to give the spotlight to Moon. But usually when he's heroes like Wraith King, and he plays anti-mage a decent amount as well, he tries to put the spotlight on himself, and I think the team plays around it really well.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see the second phase bans coming out here, the Ancient Apparition taken out by Secret. Still, I believe Alchemist is still on the board as a possible pick for them. And the Tinker ban, what?
That's a Moon special.
Okay,
he picked it
all right.
I know Febby was praising his Tinker, and I believe he quoted Moon in the group stage. Moon said, "I'm the best Tinker," I believe. Right, Febby?
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm surprised Mineski didn't ban Alchemist.
Yeah, this is a really scary Alchemist already for Team Secret if they pick it on 4. The AA is banned, and it's against the Wraith King.
Yeah, occasionally I think the second phase bans kind of are a huge tell about the picks, and I think that AA ban is definitely in that category.
A lot of teams don't use their second phase bans to move on to the second phase.
Yep.
They use their second phase bans on the 10th pick, the Wraith King. But Wraith King doesn't really need counters. Like, Naga is the biggest one. The Brood, I think, is more for the game, as a kind of scary hero.
And the Visage pick here, this looks like it might be a core position Visage. I mean, obviously, we haven't seen a mid-Rubik in a very long time, but this was a mid-1 special back when this hero, we saw this hero a lot in the mid lane, but we have seen it almost never in the last couple of patches.
Oh, right now, Team Secret wants to deathboard Mineski really hard because Mineski's heroes, they're pretty slow. They have like, I don't want to say no deep push, but it's pretty hard to defend when Team Secret's heroes are all grouped up. Arrow is not going to do anything. Wraith King's just going to want to farm. You know, Witch Doctor, he's just a Witch Doctor. Right now, Mineski needs some deep push fast.
We also talked about how if Secret is going to give it this Wraith King, how they're going to play around it, around this Midas Radiance timing. Before this Midas Radiance timing, Wraith King is going to hit jungle, and he's going to TP to Tri-Camp, and he's going to hit Tri-Camp, and he's going to walk to his other jungle, and then he's going to farm that. And if the other team is taking all of your outer towers, you start to lose your jungles. You start to have to push out lanes and expose yourself, and if you don't have this Radiance, you push out lanes really slow as the hero.
Yeah, this Wraith King hero, it's like a baby Alchemist. Its farming speed is crazy due to its babies, and like, sure, like the other teams can pick counters to one-shot the babies, but they are not going to have any interaction because only Wraith King's just going to farm the jungle, right? So.
Yep. Wraith King,
but the downside is like it's very slow. So I think Team Secret is abusing that by picking Visage, and they're gonna want to up the tempo.
Now, the Omni Knight coming out from Mineski obviously does very, very well potentially against that core Visage. If you're worried about the physical damage output coming from the birds, the other nice thing is you have really powerful stuns on the first 3 picks in the draft. So having an offlaner that's light on disable not going to hurt you in this one.
The really nice thing about Omni this game is he has a built-in skill good against Visage Birds, and then his common item builds are Solar Crest and Crimson Guard. So he has like already, without even having to think about your build, you're going to counter the Visage.
Yeah, they needed a Crimson Guard, natural Crimson Guard getter because Crimson Guard is that good against Visage, and Omni Knight is that hero. Right now, Mineski needs some melee frontline fighters, brawlers for Moon. I can think of Tiny, Ember, those kind of heroes that can fight with Mineski's heroes.
So it looks like a really nice Ember game for Mineski. He's going to have the Heavenly Grace from the Omni Knight. He can go in. The stuns are a little limited on Secret. They have a Root from the CM, which is much stronger against Ember now, but Rubik's stun is kind of, you know, low duration, and then the Ravage is an ultimate, and you're not just going to want to be worried about an ultimate every fight.
I wonder if Team Secret is going to pick Troll, because Troll looked really great against Wraith King when Liquid played it.
Sniper, that's one of the better heroes against Visage.
Yeah.
His range is so far in the Shrapnel, it kind of burns down on the Visage's passive. His birds get a little squishier, and the birds can't get onto you. You just Shrapnel in front of your base if they go high ground, and he's one of the better physical damage base defenders in the game. His attack range is so far, he can sit there. If they ever try to commit on the Sniper, the Omni Knight would just brace him, and then the fight would be really hard for Secret to take in the base.
Absolutely. Do you think Mineski possibly look to punish the Visage in lane with Moon's pick here?
They could, but at the same time, it could be a dual or tri-lane in the safe lane. And Secret does run Nisha in the mid sometimes.
That's true.
With his like Morphling, and I believe even
Medusa.
Medusa. I think he also arc boarded.
Absolutely.
So Yeah, they both of them. I believe he actually played mid before Secret on one of the teams he was on.
And look at the sniper
So-
band coming out from Secret. Yeah. That's,
Yeah, I think that was a bait. Like Mineski's probably going to pick Ember, and then Secret's going to pick something like a Nisha moving, like Connor mentioned.
Mineski take away the
What?
Alchemist.
Oh,
And
that's
that is
good.
the first Alchemist game for Mineski in the last 2 patches.
With Wraith King too. I think like these two heroes kind of collide together.
I think one of the Wraith King or the Alchemist is not going to go the Radiance, obviously.
Sure.
I think the Alchemist, if they put it mid in a favorable matchup, he can go this Medallion Armlet Blink build. And he kind of plays a lot faster pace with the stun. He'll get 2 points in spray, 2 points in your Greevil's Greed for the early lane and some jungling. But once you get this max stun, you get a short cooldown at level 10. You can run around, set up stuns for the arrow on the Mirana.
But
Yeah.
don't you think about, like, as Secret just switching up Visage in the safe lane like a Monkey King against the Alch mid? I mean, mid one is 18-1 in his last 19 games as Monkey King.
I think this is a very good Monkey King game. It's really good against Wraith King. If you ever kill him once before you ult, you drop the ring around the Wraith King and he's instantly dead the second time he's alive. Only scary one is the Guardian Angel from the Omni
Yep.
Knight. It kind of counters your ult in a way.
You still like Ember, you were saying, Fabian?
Yeah, I think Ember or Kunkka looks pretty good for Secret too.
Okay. Both of those certainly in the hero pool of Secret.
Yeah, because I think like Team Secret's draft, they can't go late game. I think they have to try to end it early mid, like get a really huge advantage going.
What about a Timber Saw?
Oh! The mid one Meepo! They're pulling it out.
Yeah, so I was telling you about if they were saving strats or not, because the last few games, mid one just played those like normal mid heroes. You know, they weren't as like,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
All right, we have a Meepo in the hands of mid one. He looked good in his debut on this hero, but this is the TI main stage. And to give you the last word on the draft, here is promo code BSJ.
I think the best way to deal with Alchemist is to invade his jungle. And what better hero to do it than a hero that can farm while also invading his jungle at the same time. This is a high-paced lineup from Secret. They have no real scaling damage, though, and they have so many beefy cores on the side of Mineski. I fear that if the game goes past maybe the second Aegis, 35 minutes into the game, Secret's going to struggle to kill any of the heroes on Mineski. But if they can shut down all the farm of the Alchemist, it'll also bleed into the rest of the lineup, and they can just take map control and accrue a massive net worth lead and be able to end the game off that. So let's just find out. There's only one way to know. Take it away.
That's right, there is only one way to know, and that is in the game. Everybody has predictions about this matchup, and most of them are siding with Secret. It is, just no other way to put it, a David versus Goliath matchup. This is Team Secret, the top DPC points, the best team coming into this international, who faltered against Evil Geniuses, but are they going to lose to Mineski as well? Have they lost all momentum, Blitz?
They have not, because the team they lost to, EG, is absolutely surging, and there were very many moments in that game that Secret could have won. But who knows? This is a TI.
Yeah.
You genuinely don't know. Maybe Secret is similar to VP, where their trajectory, unfortunately, is just to like make it to the top 12, and then it's like.
It might be. We'll have to see. As Mineski, they certainly have, well, I'm sure they was feeling good about things with the last pick, Alchemist, but that Meepo has got to be a cause for concern.
What's really funny is like most times in this tournament, you have not been able to last pick Alchemist. Like
Yeah.
this is not a 22 pick that you normally see, and it's just funny to see like we've trump carded you, and Secret was like, no.
Do you think Mineski was sitting there going like, is this real? Is this a trap?
You know what it's like? It's like it's too good to be true.
Yeah,
It's like they're looking around and they're saying like, that's free money? You want us to move on in the tournament?
It's like the stage could explode or something if we pick up this Alchemist? Like, what's happening here?
No,
This has
they
got to
should've
be a
been.
booby trap.
And they, you know, they're fine. They're happy about it.
All
Oh,
right.
this is good.
So the mid one, Meepo. And we're going to see Secret immediately smoke up and trying to get advantageous laning set up. What are our lanes that we want to see from Secret? What are they looking for here?
I think they probably want to. Okay, it looks like Secret, anyways, is gonna, for the time being, aggro for the Tidehunter. I could very well see Zai just go for the Gush level 1, just so that they can set up the first blood. What they're trying to do here, Cap, is secure bounty runes. But KP is gonna get real suspicious once he realizes that nobody's in this top lane. And this should alert Mineski, don't battle over this bottom rune.
Yeah.
This is death right here for you guys.
That's why Ragey Potato puts himself a little bit farther away from the bounty rune, tries to scout out, and they see Zai running forward, just trying to establish that dominance. Is going to go for the Gush level 1, as you said. Yapzor is going to be nailed by the arrow. Nico Baby doesn't feel good about this fight, though. Is going to stun up Puppey instead, and Ninja Boogie. Mineski chose to take this fight, and they will choose to watch Ninja Boogie die. Fade away first blood to Yapzor.
And then I just say, don't take this fight. You're not going to win this fight.
And look at Raging Potato. He's trying really hard to get the bounty room, but he gets caught by the telekinesis. Now body blocked as well. He went for the level 1 arrow. That's 2.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not in the game, but at the same time, I feel like once KP scouted at that top area, I feel like that should have been like a clear cut. Okay, we're out of this. There's no longer a fight that's happening here.
Odd situation, but Mineski, I guess, feeling pressured because they have an Alchemist to get that extra bounty rune. The weird part was is they were guaranteed 2 at top. KP got both of those. They do swap the lanes up. He's going to be laned against Nisha, trying to give Nico Baby a more favorable setup.
You have to be careful in those like tri-lane situations. I mean, Tide Gush level 1 is actually such a sick spell. 110 damage, 4 armor reduction when nobody has armor at that point. This is something that the Chinese do a lot too. You know, when they go for the dual aggro offlanes with Tidehunter, they used to do it a lot when Monkey King was a thing, if you recall.
Yeah.
They would bring like +2 heroes. You just get Gush level 1. Monkey King thinks he can just trade hits with you, and it's a free kill.
Yeah, so many Monkey Kings back then fell into the trap of thinking their Jingu allowed them to be able to fight anybody, but so much minus armor allows you to be able to win a lot of these man fights. Raging Potato just trying to find what farm he can off of the jungle, but is sharing that experience with Yapzor currently, who's just chasing him around the map with his boots first.
And mid-matchup, it looks like things are going just fine for the Alchemist, which is anticipated. The weird thing about both these heroes is they play in a very similar way. They both want to just hit jungle creeps. They don't really care too much about how the laning phase goes. They'll recover at other parts of the game, which is why laning phase-wise, it's not really worth watching either of these heroes. It's much more, I think much more of this game will be determined by how the side lanes go.
Yeah.
Like, particularly this bottom lane.
And we see this Meepo last pick. We think of it as a counter, but not because of the laning phase, right? But because of the way BSJ stated it, that you're going to be able to both farm and invade the jungle against this Alchemist with a Meepo.
Yeah, and it's one of those heroes that threatens all the lanes at once, which is so important. It has the ability to punish him in team fights at all times, despite what Alchemist gets. The upside for Alc, though, is his item build is going to be very good against the Meepo. As we see this mini fight going on, Raging Potato still has the arrow and the leap. That's why Yapzor, being a little bit more careful, isn't level 2 himself yet. Raging Potato trying to line up the arrow right now, and Yapzor going to dodge it.
Telekinesis, toss back Raging Potato, and he will be fine. It's going to be all of his leap charges gone. It does leave our Tide versus Omni Knight in a 1v1, which I'm thinking Omni Knight should eventually win that because of the Purification nuke, but we'll have to keep our eye on it. The one that's probably going to be battling a lot is that top lane with the Wraith King and Witch Doctor, but trying to manage into a Visage.
Visage tri-lanes are always just really, really strong.
Yeah.
You never feel bad about playing a Visage tri-lane. This is a hero that we haven't really seen often, and it's really interesting because you don't normally see Nisha play these types of heroes. When Secret has had success at this tournament, it's been when he plays more of a hard carry. That's why I feel like mid one's also been struggling, just because they've been putting him in a little bit more of a sacrificial role as of late. This time around, I feel like this is a good confidence booster game for him. You saw at the end of the EG series last night where they rubbed his head. They were trying to tell him, like, probably like, shake it off.
Yeah.
You're still a superstar. This is one of those nice statement games.
Do you think that this is why Secret pulled out the pocket strat? In a way, right? Is just to be able to get that fast win against Mineski, build up some confidence, which has seemed to be quite the theme here at the International. Everybody's been talking about how important it is to be able to have confidence, not be having nerves when it comes to playing on the main stage. And a young player like Nisha certainly could suffer from it.
Yeah, I feel like Nisha has actually done quite admirably here as top lane.
Arrow's going to be able to follow that up, and Nisha's in big time trouble. No levels of the Gravekeeper's Cloak, which means no armor with which to work on. Ninja Boogie's going to be chased away by the 2 supports of Secret, but the damage is already done. First kill, rather, for Mineski.
This is going to give them a slightly early gold lead. Of course, things are a little bit offset considering there is a Meepo and an Alc in the game. That's why I don't know if like the gold lead is deceptive.
Yeah, maybe they're both kind of the same in that way. Puppy's going to be found out just a little bit off base, but Nico Baby is going to be threatened here. And if they trade out carry for support, it's well worth it for Secret. They need a few more shots, and there it goes. Nisha, with the double rounds of Soul Assumption, is able to get the kill, blowing every bit of his mana. But as he said, does manage to get the core for support trade-off. Now Mid-One's going to rotate over with one of his meatbows securing the bounty runes. That is, I guess, something we didn't actually talk about. The movement around the map from a meatbow and being able to pressure the side lanes also leads into better bounty control, which is crucial against an Alchemist. Secret do pick up 3-1.
Bottom lane just feels like we're going to get a trade of farm. It's always awkward when two heroes are pretty evenly matched, but that might change right now if Zai going to get gone on here. Ninja Boogie's here with the Maledict too, one of the best ways to deal with the Tidehunter.
Quickly cancels his TP in favor of an Anchor Smash, seeing Ninja Boogie, but there's just no hope, no escape for Zai.
That's actually going to hurt him quite a bit. The fact that he had to use his TP too.
Yeah, he's going to have to do that walk of shame back to the lane, and where is he going to go? Because now it seems like Mineski had the level 6 on Omni Knight. He's got those high levels of purification. They feel comfortable with him laning against the Visage, especially with this kind of level advantage.
Yeah, please keep in mind too that Visage is not one of those ultra late game threats. Like, this is definitely a hero that is meant to end the game and meant to end it at a reasonable time.
Yeah.
So this puts Secret in sort of a weird timing window, which you don't really expect from them.
The 2 levels of Heavenly Grace, it's certainly a value game for it. Whether it's the Grave Chill that's going to be coming out or slowing down or taking away some of the slows or stuns coming out from the Crystal Maiden. So KP should have a relatively free lane here, but he always has to be careful of that Meepo rotation. Mid-1 is well placed right now in the jungle to do just that. Nico Baby closing in on level 6. They're going to try and pressure Zai right now, but from a bit of a distance, just poking at him with the Maledict, nothing major. While top lane, they're going to go on KP. But again, both offlaners seem to be indestructible right now.
Yeah, let me say, whenever Omni has a good start, it's so hard to kill him in the laning phase. All this guy really needs is levels. He's got high base HP, good armor.
Yeah.
It's not just the fact that you have to get rid of his base HP pool. You have to assume that he's going to get at least one purification off. So, and his Heavenly Grace, it actually makes his effective HP closer to like 1600, 1700 HP. And that's not even including Magic Stick, which is such a value item on him because it just continues to bump up your effective health.
Ninja Boogie, you can see, trying to keep some vision around that mid lane. They're going to try and actually go for mid-1 right now, but without Unstable Concoction, they don't really have a great way to control up mid-1. He does drop really low with the Maledict, and that last piece actually does it. He could not TP back to the base fast enough.
Cap, that was 3 levels of Maledict.
That is a really high level, but understandable against like somebody like a Tidehunter. These tanky heroes.
I'm very surprised, though, that he's level 5 already. I think that's the bigger surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, that Ninja Boogie, the 5-position Witch Doctor, is already having this much impact. He has already been involved in 4 kills. All 4 of his team kills, in fact.
It's funny that that slip up from mid-1, he very clearly thought he was going to be okay. Otherwise, he just would have TP'd right away.
Yeah, I think he realized it a second too late. Because you don't expect a level 5 Witch Doctor 5-position at 7 minutes. That's not really something that happens very often. So I think mid-1 was just caught out of surprise.
Oh, they're trying to force out the lead from Raging Potato, and that's where Zai is going to be able to clean him up nice and fast. What a cute play. Baits him into leaping down on the cliff. A gush and an anchor smash rapidly finishes them off, even though he had leap charges. The play just came too fast. Telekinesis tossed back, a gush being used, but Moon does have Chemical Rage. Secret instantly know that's no longer a target they can threaten.
My favorite part about Secret, by the way, is Zai just walks by mid, anchor smashes, so that Yapzor can get the last hit.
The blurry line between 3 and 4 position. Mid-1 definitely in trouble here. The Maledict is going to take out this Meepo. He's going to try and keep away, but he's gone. There's way too much damage. He buys a raindrop just to try and survive,
Oh, he's gonna
but it's still not enough.
That was so much damage that they pumped out onto him.
Yeah.
It was like 800 instantly, and Ninja Boogie, he's really putting on a show right now. Level 7, putting up deep wards for his team. And he's doing all the right things right now. He's putting pressure on the map. He's the one rotating to get kills.
And Ninja Boogie has been integral to Mineski's success, has played a leadership role. A loud voice in the booth and guiding Mineski.
And this has opened up so much space for Moon. If you look at his Radiance timing, we always talk about what's a good timing. Anything below 12 minutes is usually ideal.
His side just dead here. The Maledict is going to do so much damage. He picks up the phase boots on his way through the side shop, and the Maledict does finish him off, but Ninja Boogie spots him, and Ray Fire Blast from Nico Baby will get that kill. KP trying to pick up the bounty rune, and he does. Very important here. And now he's actually going to try and kill Puppey. Look at this with the Heavenly Grace. Okay, that's now gone, so that slow is going to last a while. He does have stick charges. Another round of Heavenly Grace, a Purification coming up in 1 second. He's going to finish off Puppey, and will he make it away too? He doesn't quite have the mana for a TP out with the birds chasing him as well. It's going to be different. But with a Soul Ring and all this regen, they just can't chase this Omni Knight down. Oh, net after net, but Raging Potato not held long enough. And you leap away.
You called it David versus Goliath, but Mineski do not look out of place whatsoever right now on this main stage. They're bringing the fight to Team Secret. I feel like Ninja Boogie is outplaying them. This guy is very farm first support at this point. He doesn't even need the tome.
Yep.
Like normally you have some level 4 Witch Doctor that didn't have the best laning phase. He has a point of heal. He's trying to buff up his safe laner. None of that has happened in this game.
It's just all offense, 3-0-4.
And you saw at top the issue with going on a farm to Omni Knight.
Yeah.
You're just not going to do it. The amount of HP that this guy has,
they just don't have like
it.
the greatest burst either.
No, this
really
is a sick
him.
Omni game.
Yeah.
If you look at Secret's lineup, what you really need to deal with an Omni is burst. You need the ability to get in, just blow him up.
Look at this. Raging Potato is sitting on the high ground just perfectly. They do manage to get a scan on him, so they're going to run around, but Mineski simultaneously got a scan onto Secret. Now, Nico Baby's going to be spotted here. He does have stick charges. That'll be enough for the reincarnation, so he should be fine. If anything, he's going to turn around and Ray Fire Blast with the arrow landing onto Puppey as well. A smoke leading to a death for Team Secret, it seems. The paralyzing cast, still not enough. One more shot for the Marana. Is it going to do it? But Deathward very rapidly changing targets there from Ninja Boogie. Smart play by him. He's going to die to mid one for sure. And that's going to be a dominating streak. That is actually quite concerning, giving that to mid one. All that gold and experience. Look at Nisha, though, being bullied by KP. Just doesn't slow down. Pops a Heavenly Grace on himself. That's 4 levels. That's going to last a long time. Has a ton of regen to it.
Look at him just run. Mid one.
Do they need the rotation? Is anybody going to help them out? They're going to bring more heroes to the Tika. They're going to blow the Ravage. They have Puppey TVing in as well. They use everything they have to bring down the TI finalists in KP.
But during this time, Moon has just been farming away, and that gank was really expensive. If you notice, they dropped 1 ward and 2 sentries. All of it is gone. That was 300 gold that they laid out. Their Observer ward instantly got dewarded. That was not the typical 1-for-1 trade, and that's why the gold lead didn't change whatsoever.
8-6. 4,000 net worth lead for the Alchemist lineup. But how deceptive that is with Meepo, we're yet to see. We're also yet to see this Alchemist make his first move, but it's happening now with that smoke up, heading into the enemy jungle. Puppey is there. The captain trying to function as a smoke breaker right now, as actually going for wards. They know where he is. They know where Puppey is. They don't care about Puppey. They want to be able to get a kill on mid one Meepo. They found him. Thanks to that D4 they had, they're going to be able to get the paralyzing cast with the Maledict and an arrow to be able to finish him off. Now Ninja Boogie tossed into the Alchemist with the freezing field as well, but Ninja Boogie's pretty tanky, but here comes the birds to be able to lock him down with Stolen Deathward. Is able to finish off at least one of these supports from Moons. Quite tanky, especially with KP behind him. Secret can no longer fight, and if anything, maybe with Nico Baby, they can pressure that tier 1 mid tower.
And that's such a smooth move. They know that they can't split up the jungle that much, so they're waiting for the Meepo to come. They're being patient. They let the Crystal Maiden walk by them, and more importantly, they also saw the ward get placed down.
Yeah.
That is, again, an ideal situation for Mineski. They see the ward get placed down, they get the Meepo. All it really costs him is the 5-position Witch Doctor, who has been so valued at his position. Just the pure amount of damage that he's putting out so far.
Yeah. Whether it's the warding game or it's the rotations, Mineski seem to be one move ahead of Team Secret.
Yeah, Secret need to wake up right now.
Yeah.
This is... I think a lot of people, myself included, and you, thought this was going to be a relatively free matchup for Team Secret, and it is not looking like that at all.
And Ninja Boogie, he goes for that suicidal play to catch the ward that they spotted out earlier, but does die in the process.
This should alert, and it does in fact alert Secret to the fact that they had the ward, obviously off of the gank. But the bigger thing is they need to protect this mid tower cap.
Yeah, the They're doing a good job with KP, just like, because he's so strong, he can plant himself in the mid lane and just chip away at that tower every once in a while, get a hit or two in. The main force of Mineski's at top lane, where they're going to take that safe lane tower, trying to mirror Secret right now. We're doing the same at bottom. And this is definitely concerning because mid 1 Meepo still needs some time to come online, and this is going to maybe run into a window where the Alchemist gets his Radiance +1 item and starts dominating.
Yeah, maybe not. As Zai's coming in, Moon doesn't quite have the ultimate yet. They are going to open up on him.
They do have the Marauder nearby, but with no Chemical Rage, no regen for Moon, he's just going to get popped.
Very nice
Secret
move.
shutting down the Alchemist. They needed something like that.
Yeah, I really like that play by them. They rotated multiple cores. They saw the Alch TP and they knew it was going to be worth it. They want to continue to play in that bottom area anyways. That's why they cleared out the vision. But Mineski still comfortably ahead, 5K. Of course, it is an Alchemist game, but conversely, you have a Meepo on your team.
Yep.
This hero should also be artificially ahead. But they've done such a good job of controlling mid 1.
Mineski also have another crazy farmer, Wraith King, who's been one of the heroes of the tournament for sure. Just because, unlike Alchemist, he hasn't actually been banned as often, especially not in the first 3.
Yeah, he's got his own flash farm mechanic.
Yep.
With the Skeleton Brothers.
With the boys.
The boys come out.
Vlad's complete for Zai. Doesn't have Ravage, but feels he's tanky enough that he could sit and challenge KP Zombie Knight in the mid lane, making sure he doesn't get any more damage on that mid tower. As you said, they need to protect that. Look at that win probability, heavily favoring Mineski right now. And a smooth 72% now. Moon's going to show up with the Heavenly Grace helping him out. That's added damage as well, where he can swing onto the tower, or in this case, swing on his eye. Kraken Shell quickly cleanses off that stun, and he's going to be able to find a way to safety here. With no Ravage, Team Secret, they may have fainted like they wanted to be able to fight, but they're going to back up, knowing that Mineski is much stronger than them and will lose that mid tower. There goes that map control. Now Puppy's going to be found as well. Off the Moonlight Shadow into the Rayfire Blast. Unstable Concoction as well available. They just burst down the captain of Team Secret and manage to get the control of the birds in time. Nico, baby, he's going in deep here, and Secret think this is a little bit too deep. They're going to try and turn things around, but they do have the Omni Knight to be able to help out this Wraith King, give him a few heals, give him the Heavenly Grace, and bam, there goes Midwatch, just like that. Nisha's going to be surrounded by so many Secret heroes as well. They're diving into tier 3s. They don't care who Secret is. They don't care they're top of the DPC system. They're going to dive these tier 3s and punish Secret for trying to dare to fight Mineski and their Alchemist.
I'm so surprised that Secret decided to go for the fight. They don't have vision around that area. They just get assaulted. Once they lose Puppy, it's a 4-on-5, and even though you are by your tier 2 tower, Mineski have such good heroes at diving. The Omni Knight allows them to reset, the Wraith King ulti allows them to play aggressively, and no hero can challenge the Alch at this point in the game.
Look at that. Moon handing out some serious damage. Just the length of that fight, whether through the acid sprays, the unstable concoction, or even the Radiance, really proving that this Meepo cannot, it's not online. It's not ready to fight Mineski.
Yeah. If you're Team Secret, we're always going to give you the benefit of the doubt. They always have this aura that they can turn games around. We saw it in the game against Alliance where they came back from Mega Creeps. But they need to start waking up right now, Cap.
Get that alarm bell going. They do have an arrow. Slides right past Fall of Secret. They're going to try and take this mid tower with the birds, with mid 1 joining them as well. The Crimson Guard as well as the Glyph being used here. But the rotations are just not there for Mineski. They are conceding this tower. Rage of Potato once again trying to go for a deny, but just half a beat too late.
Yeah, they know this time around the fight comes with the Ravage. They don't have the Wraith King ulti or the Omni Knight ult. That's a good move by them to reset things. And for Secret, I really like this move. Ooh. They know that they have the cooldown advantage.
Yeah.
And they're taking advantage of that. They need to make plays like this to try to get themselves back into this game. This is where it starts.
But Mineski, they may choose to take the fight even if they don't have the cooldowns. They're going to show up now. They do have the arrow, unstable concoction, ready to go. They're trying to focus down KP, but there goes that Ravage, controlling him up. KP almost dead, gets off the purification. That last nuke from the Visage wasn't good enough. The Rubik managed to seal purification, but doesn't save mid 1 in time. The freezing field is out. They're trying to finish off Puppy. Nico, baby, will actually die 5 seconds away from the reincarnation, but it's still Moon with the BKB, with the Radiance, with the buybacks coming out from Secret. He's a little bit timid at going into the high ground. He's going to try and chase down side, maybe finish off Puppy. The unstable concoction, though. The Radiance hits him. The Radiance burns out Puppy, yes, but now with a stun on himself, never mind. KP's here. They have that Heavenly Grace, and it does so much for this Alchemist. KP, though, doesn't protect himself so well. Now he's just going to die to Nisha, the Moonlight Shadow, almost saving him. That's still in vision. and just the high ground hits as well from Secret will finish him off with buybacks. Now Secret should be able to secure Roshan and maybe get the kill on Raging Potato as well as he tried to run through vision, played out by Secret in the river. Finally, Secret gets themselves the W that they desperately needed to get some control of this losing game.
Yeah, they committed 3 buybacks for that. They're not going home without that Roshan. Bounty Runes at bottom Zai. The stolen Moonlight Shadow allows him to just get in, get out, grab it for free. Ninja Boogie gonna battle Zai over this rune. And mid one pressuring top lane. He does have this Aegis, and they need to do a lot with it. This is where you get as much map control as you possibly can. Because the next fight in, you won't be so lucky. Mineski will have all those key ultimates up. And I think in a pure 5-on-5 fight, you're not winning.
Yeah, we're gonna see this again. Look at that. Kate
They ignored
barely
Putty for way
able
too
to walk
long.
away. Just a huge freezing field that does manage to finish off Nico Baby. Look at him. He was just 5 seconds away from the reincarnation. That had to hurt.
Yeah.
Because if he actually has a second life, they chase down Puppy, they chase down Zai, and maybe they're the ones who control the Roshan pit instead.
I actually think Moon got a little bit too ahead of himself. Part of it is you see a CM at like 100 HP and you're just like, whatever.
You could say Nico Baby, so close. And yet, Secret had now been able to knock down that net worth advantage that was once sitting at about 10K down to round 7.
Yeah, this is always the scariest part about playing against Secret because you know that at any time they can make these kind of comebacks because they're, for the large part of the season, they were the best team in the world.
And they've got one of those great comeback mechanisms, one of those great high ground defenders too in Zai's Tidehunter with the Ravage. They're currently smoked up, looking for a play right now while Ravage is just about to come off cooldown. They're going to go for Nisha here in the bottom lane, but this is where the rotation is going to come from Secret, but they may not be here in time as Nisha is just going to get beaten to a pulp. They're going to try and deal with his familiars as well, but that's where Secret shows up. They're going to be able to catch the backline first. Raging Potato falls down, jump in. 3-man Ravage with the Nisha burnt down, dropping onto 3 of them with the ensnares as well. Here comes the Equal, the unstable concoction goes out. They just finish off Mineski. They thought they had the free kill. Moon's going to come back in, though. Another round of unstable concoction does manage to nail the Meepo. Can he focus it down in time? Mid one needs to be able to get this Meepo out of here. He's trying to chase away from Moon. Monk spots him, does manage to get the unstable concoction, and no, he doesn't finish one. Finally, he turns back around, takes away that Aegis, but at what cost? Mineski have now just himself. He does manage to get off the unstable concoction for a moment. The Absolute's going to burn out, but not before he gets off the Rainfire Blast to make sure the Alchemist dies.
5-man team wipe and the buyback from Ninja Boogie. That'll be 6. Secret, they needed to do a lot with this Aegis, and they are recovering in this game. They're going to grab this tier 2 tower up the top. Top lane is going to get pushed out. They're going to get more and more out of the map. And Mineski, they played such a clean game up until this point. Going in 1 by 1, trying to take that fight. Not even by their shrine.
Yep.
They walk onto the low ground where they don't have vision. It just feels like they're getting a little bit too ahead of themselves.
And his Secret's credit, that was a well-laid trap, right? The power of Nisha's hero is not necessarily in his hero, but in his familiars, and him being able to be the bait for them. He's awfully tanky, and even if they finish him off, there's still the familiars to help them win the fight. That kind of Secret maneuver is why they're so respected, why they are a team to be feared, even at a net worth advantage. Mineski now only holding a 2,000 net worth advantage.
Oh, that feels so bad considering they're up by nearly 12K at one point.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that against a team of this caliber. You will get punished.
Let's talk about the late game right now, because is there the pressure for Mineski to play that flawless game and end it against Team Secret? It's weird, right? Because we've got, on one side, we've got a Visage, not going to scale great. On the other side, Tidehunter, Meepo, Yapzor, Rubik.
I sort of feel like Mineski will win this late game just because Meepo can never get BKB.
Yeah.
There will be a sheer amount of stuns for him that I think it's hard for him to come back through. Plus, Wraith King BKB is going to be so strong.
Let's not forget all the Aghanim Scepter he can hand out. There's some sick Aghanim Scepters in this game.
Yeah, all 4 of them are great to give out to his team.
Yeah. They're going to be able to get the 4-step telekinesis onto Raging Potato, who just wanted to be able to grab the haste rune and get away. But the fast moves from Secret punishes him. And now
This has
Secret
been such a value
map.
Aegis. Losing it in that fight, whatever, they got so much map control. They continue to get map control. They're starting to make plays around the map. Don't poke the bear cap.
So in turn, it's Secret They need to be the ones to show that they can play flawless. They won't fall into the same trap that Mineski did. They do have the pressure on them to take objectives. Going to be able to take that tier 2 mid. And looks like heading up to top as well, where one of Mid1's Meepos is already pushing that in. Mineski Respawn playing the other side of the map. Not wanting to challenge Secret for team fights right now. But need to find space. Open territory for their Alchemist and Wraith King to farm.
And it's Secret that continue to play really aggressively. They're going to take this tier 2 tower up at top for free. Looks like Mineski want to go for a trade and take the bottom one, but I think Secret defend this tower. It's way too healthy for them not to. Moon's going to get lifted to start.
Yapzor knows that he has the lead to be able to get away if Mineski tries to catch him, and instead it's going to be Moon who's caught with a Chemical Rage down. He's going to turn and fight. Mid1 needs to be careful of his Meepos, though. Is he going to be able to get one of them out? He's stunned up. The Unstable Concoction, good Ethereal Blade, but now tries to jump away, but there's too many guys. Down the cast, it bounces back once again and again and again and again. He dies. A Tidehunter is going to fall inside of that. Puppey tries in vain just to get out a good freezing field to bring down these heroes, but Mineski, they're too damn strong. They've already brought down the cores, and they know the supports are food, and so are the objectives.
And they're right in front of the base with the creep wave. Tide's going to buy back. They don't have to buy back on the Meepo. That's even more important. And this Alchemist with AC is going to take your base so quickly.
With no Ravage, with no Meepo, how can Secret possibly stop this push? Zai tries to slow it down with an Anchor Smash, hoping that he's going to lure Mineski into diving the base. Mineski, maybe going to play a bit scared. No, Nico baby, he wants to be able to find a kill. Break arrow blast into the arrow, doesn't land. Had to throw it around the birds there, and as a result, just a slight sidestep, was able to get out of the trajectory of that arrow, but Mineski going to be up one lane of barracks here, 35 seconds. They're probably realizing, hey, Mid1 cannot have buyback, otherwise he would have blown it already. Let's keep it going. The Solar Crest trying to slow him down alongside the Anchor Smash. The physical damage definitely being hampered here. Uh-oh, Wraith King. He's going to lose his reincarnation for free. Not sure if it matters, though. As Mineski,
They should back out.
they're going to back up. You say it, and they do it.
No
immediately.
Chemical Rage, no Wraith King ultimate. You still had 15 seconds, but I don't think it's worth it at that point.
Yeah.
You can still get shrines, you can still reset. Learn from Navi's mistake.
Yeah.
Do not overstay your welcome.
Yes, Mineski were gifted a comeback opportunity.
Don't make the
It's
same
Navi.
exact mistake.
Don't go for the throne. Just secure one lane of barracks. Get maybe another objective, take shrines out, but control the map from there. And I feel like that's what a lot of the meta has been about this year. It's been breaking the enemy, so at some point you're stronger than them and they know it, and then just trying to control the map as best as possible. And for a lineup that has an Alchemist and a Wraith King with Midas, they're gonna benefit from that control.
Slowly extend your lead. Mineski, this 5th pick Alk, Secret thought they had the answer. With this Meepo, they looked excited, but Mid1.
Are they going to make this mistake, though, that they leave the Alchemist alone a bit too long? The Moonlight Shadow goes out. Do they know? Do they know? He's going to pop the BKB and Chemical Rage and Secret. Oh, shit, we got to get out of here. Zai, he's going to be slowed down by the Unstable Concoction. Pop for a moment. Defensive force now is going to be able to get away. Look at Nisha defending himself against that Moonlight Shadow, but he's going to be Yule Scepter at the same time. It looks like Nisha's probably going to fall, but Moon, if they trade this out, it's going to be well worth it for Secret. He's going to be able to get off another round of Unstable Concoction. Do they have any more disables? There's the Ravage to be able to finish off the Alchemist. And now, Mineski have stumbled into a fight that maybe they can't win, but they feel confident about. They're going to go for the Watermelon first. Rage and Potato controlled up. Immediately, Yule Scepter forced down under the high ground. Zai's going to be able to get away. Yapzor to get under the heel. He managed to get protecting Secret. They're going to be able to get more force stabs out, but they need that one Meeple to be able to get away. That's why the Familiars drop, trying to get him out, but he doesn't make it. The proof is not in time. Secret fall, losing their Meepo to activate their shrine, but on full retreat now, as they know Mineski, they're going to be able to clean up whatever they can get their hands on. That's going to be the captain of Secret. Puppey will fall. Zai shows up, trying to slow him down. A Force Staff to help him get away, and a TP out. Spawns him. Great Fire Blast. That'll catch him. Even as the arrow slows down the damage, Puppey can do little with this kind of respite. Nico baby, not going to lose his reincarnation either.
And they know that the Meepo doesn't have buyback. They just saw him buy the Hex. He can't possibly have the gold for it, and this could just be Mega Creeps right now.
This could be Megas. Mineski, they see their opportunity. They say, you last pick Meepo us. It doesn't matter. We've got an Alchemist. We've got Moon on our side. Arrow comes out with perfectly timed with the telekinesis. They're going to be able to bring down their reincarnation. The first life gone of the Wraith King, but Moon beating up the tier 3, finishing off the familiars as well. Secret just trying to slow him down, but Moon, he only has one thing on his mind, that's objectives. But with 12 seconds left for the Meepo, Mineski are going to play it safe and disciplined once again.
They're going to reset themselves off of the shrine, get control of this area. They still have to be careful because Moon did use his buyback there. That leaves Secret some opening. Meepo does take the base very fast, but mid one has just not had a good game. 7-7-7. You're the last pick.
I heard some of the other analysts talk about this. They say mid one's had a quiet tournament. Would you agree with that?
I think in the group stage he was fantastic, but on the main stage so far, it's not the mid one that we've seen throughout the year. They need him to play like the superstar he is, but
Team Secret smoking up.
they gave him the perfect situation. They gave him the last pick. This was the hero that he wanted, the last overall pick. They're going to walk into the high ground here. They've got to be careful. They've got the high ground advantage.
They're going to be able to jump on a Yapster almost immediately, but Force Staff immediately comes down. They're going to be able to cut it with the Frostbite for the Meepo. He's in trouble with the unstable concoction. They're going to be able to bring down mid one, and look at Moon go! He is tearing through Secret. They are falling apart now. The Ravage used defensively, but it won't matter. He falls. 90 seconds for him, 60 seconds for the core, and now Nisha's going to die as well. He does manage to finish off the Wraith King's first life, but he's got another. Guess who's back? Nico Baby helps Moon get the triple kill, and there's only the buyback out from the Visage.
And this game might just be done. 50 seconds with the Meepo, even if you use buyback at this point, they've lost so much. They're pushing in all the lanes right now, and the team fights, they just get harder and harder with this Meepo.
Yep.
At this point in the game, you're supposed to be so many different items ahead of everybody. You're pressuring all 3 lanes at once. No one can exit the map. But this hero, the biggest weakness of it, you can't get BKB.
Yeah.
All of these stuns add up.
This is crazy. The utmost respect for them because they did blow the buyback on Moon. They want to make sure they get Roshan first. So they're still going to be able to assault the base while Zai is dead. They know he doesn't have buyback, but they're not trying to rush things too much. They're going to pick up the Aegis and Cheese, get that second line for the out, and then try and go for the Mega.
This feels like a veteran team.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of teams are just trying to rush things, but the best mark of a team that's getting better throughout a tournament is learning from other people's mistakes. Na'Vi rushed that game, subsequently, they're out of the tournament. Just because you're ahead of Secret, they made that move at bottom. I think that kind of shook them and said, we're not out of the woods yet. We haven't won this game. You can't act like it either, so they make the smart play, the safe play, they reset themselves, they go for the Roshan, and now you take the racks with so many lives up.
There is just 12 seconds. Nico Baby's going to try and strike while the Tidehunter's still dead, but no arrow follow-up. Good force stats from Secret, but still, Mineski, how do you stop this Juggernaut? How do you stop this Alchemist? Moon and Nico Baby beating down the top lane of Barracks. Mid lane is completely exposed as well.
You've got to take 7 lives. Moon's got an Aegis. Nico Baby has his own built-in one.
You've got the cheese, you've got everything that
this is
Omni
rough.
Knight provides you with Guardian's Angel and the Purifications. I mean, this Heavenly Graced Alchemist, don't forget, it gives you 28 bonus strength. That's just damage that he's going to throw into these buildings. And there he goes.
Look at him just
so
ignore them.
impressed. Focusing on the melee barracks, the rest of Secret looking for anybody to be able to go to. But Moon takes that opportunity to turn and finish off Nisha. Instant buyback, Puppy in trouble. The Maledict's going to take Mountain's Eye. He may be in trouble as well, but Nico Baby doesn't want to extend himself. He knows Megas is the focus. Moon looking to be able to finish off that range racks. He should be able to get this time. Device goes off. Defensive force staff. Moon going back in with a BKB, trying to get this Meepo. Unstable concoction, locking them all down. Focusing the one with Soul Arrow. Force staff does manage to get him wiped with the arrow. Down with the other Meepo. That's going to finish off. A buyback coming out from Secret. Now they have to hope, pray that Mineski will feed their lives away off of the greater good, but no, it's going to be the arrow coming out on Nisha. Controlled up, great paralyzing cast. Nico Baby trying to finish him off. That's going to be his first life. Second life coming up for him and the Alchemist. Unstable concoction, ready to go. On the Meepos, controlling them up. KP protecting with the Heavenly Grace. Look at him just beating down those poor little dwarves. They're going to die soon. Moon, he may also fall, though. It's been going to survive. The Starstorm, not quite enough. The Scythe on the out is actually going to live through this. Nico Baby, he's controlled up as well. Mid-one. He survives through it all. Mineski, they die. And they don't have buyback on the Alchemist. They have buyback on everybody else.
This is your only moment, I feel like, for Secret. There's no buyback on the Alchemist. Is 100 seconds enough time to do it? They make the miracle hold, but it costs them all of their racks. Meepo, probably one of the best heroes to do it just because he can deal with the other lanes simultaneously. He's got lifesteal, and I think Secret are well aware of their position. They're up as 5. There's no out buyback. They've got a window of 80 seconds. Once you take down this tier 3 tower, you have to go for the throne. You are not trying to trade racks here.
This has been the International with the most comebacks.
The buyback from
Mega
Nico, baby.
Creeps.
An opportunity has been opened up for Secret. They don't have Ravage. And all it takes is one fight.
The tier 3, Secret.
And there's no
Take it
glyph
down,
either.
move to the tier 4s, holding on to the buybacks. They're going to try and make sure the range of potato as well. KP can still buy back. Nico, baby, he's going to make his jump forward. He does have those extra lives, but he's probably going to need it for the Omni-Knight. He dies so fast. And sure enough, KP buys back with just 5 seconds left in the clock. Can he get there in time? Can he actually save Nico, baby? He's going to pop his BKB. Range of potato going forward. Instantly gets controlled up, but does have the Ult Scepter another leap away. They're trying to finish him off. Heals coming out. KP can't provide enough. Goes the Ethereal Blade. Finish him off. Now,
They've got
another
a
buyback.
Secret
Secret
doing this.
Tier 4 is actually going to fall.
Yeah,
Secret
has a
keep
Deso.
going. They do have the Maledict with the Deso coming out from them. They might be able to chop down these buildings faster. Nico maybe has the ult. They're trying to go for it. They jump in. The last ditch effort to be able to finish off Big One Meepo, but he's finished off Nico baby's dead. He's dead. The Alchemist is dead. The throne is done. Ninja Boogie can't stop it. Secret win. Secret do it. They make the comeback.
Mineski end the game up 12-0 goal.
Unbelievable, Team Secret. This is why they were projected to be the winners of the International. This is why they were first in DPC. You cannot count this team out.
If you can't win in that position, what is it going to take? And the crowd is so appreciative of that. I mean, that came down to the absolute wire. You saw KP panic at the last second. He had like 10 seconds left on his buyback, and he thinks to himself, I gotta go in. Nico Baby's gone in.
Yeah.
Nico Baby was trying to create space. He had the ultimate. He held it for as long as he possibly could. He's like, should I go in? He realizes, oh, Yamsor has a Deso. They're just gonna go for it.
Just so many little things that happened in that, and hopefully we're going to get a breakdown of each and every instance that both Mineski and Secret did to be able to make that such an epic game off to the panel.
Yeah, we're gonna try. That was some pretty crazy stuff that just went down there. I mean, before we even break down how it happened, we definitely will do that. Do not worry. I just want to ask, how much has this changed the entire series? Is this enough to potentially break Mineski?
Very much so. It's like a confidence booster that you're close and competitive and maybe could have won, but holy crap, Mega Creeps come back. How many have we seen this TI?
This is 6, I think.
And it was so close. The game was, Creeps are in their base, and I think they needed to be more careful about the timing. Even if they had Aegis and Cheese, they still didn't have a buyback on Alchemist. They should have waited another minute at least.
You know, you bring up the Alchemist, the first thing that I think of is Meepo. It was the Meepo actually the thing that was able to make the comeback possible.
Yeah, in a way, you love, like, Meepo is the counter to Alchemist, but it didn't look like it was going to be effective for effectively the entire game. Like, here I am prepped to tell you why Secret lost, and they somehow pull out this miraculous victory. Like,
yeah, peek
it's
behind
unbelievable.
the veil for a second. Kyle had a beautiful segment set up where he's going to talk about how, you know, Meepo, you would think it would be the counter, and this is why they lost. So what ended up actually playing out?
You make the first, really the cardinal mistake of Dota, which is when you have this one hero your entire draft is built around, and he doesn't have buy